spot? This is where we're supposed to be at today. All these goodies. This is what Jay gave me today. It's 20 pounds. 20 pounds. Are you sure? Yeah. Alright. This is it. A little bit. Seems alright.
Yeah, it is. But the problem is, he also told me about these two guys, Carlston and Wagner. That's their names, I think.
How do names that?
I don't know. Yeah, so they're from the east. They're trying to come over here and smash, I guess. They don't know.
We can't allow them to do that, man. We can't. That's definitely going to cause some problems.
No, gotta watch out for them today.
Alright.
There you go.
So I heard this is a new area, man. They're selling large. You gotta come through and find some people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how much we got, man? Fair enough, man. 20 kilos.
Yeah.
Where else, my man?
This is where we stay.
He asked you a question, bro.
From the east, homie. The problem with what? Something
They from the east, white people.
we can't. We're trying to go large, man. Too many questions.
You gotta
Where you at, bruh?
Alright, yeah.
East side,
Hey,
baby.
you know,
Where you
that's
at,
wrong,
man?
man.
Where you at? Where you at? Boom! Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
Where to see the tomato? Right this way.
Oh, welcome. Today, we'll be looking at one of the strangest things in the world, the teenage brain. And as a result of that brain, we will focus on teens and at-risk behavior, mainly teens and violence. The average teenager has a crazy brain that is going through a dramatic transformation. In a recent study using functional tools such as MRIs and BETs, scientists have been able to peer into the teenage brain and found that typically until the early to mid-20s, their prefrontal cortex is still rapidly changing. So are the cell endings and the chemical connections that link the cortex to parts of the brain associated with our gut impulses and reactions. When people are around 15 to 16 years old, many brain cells in the cortex die off while new connections are created. A lot of basic cognitive abilities, advanced reasoning, abstract thinking, self-consciousness, those areas are rapidly expanding during this time period. Lauren Steinberg, a Temple University professor, has said that the connections within the brain don't fully branch out until age 22 or so. The kind of capabilities that connectivity contributes to, emotional regulation and impulse control, those plateau in the early to mid-20s. Research that Steinberg and her colleagues published in a recent journal showed that when adolescents are in the presence of peers, what is known as the reward circuitry in the brain is more activated than when adults are with their peers. These electrical signals send impulses to us to seek pleasurable things. These circuits, which include dopamine-containing neurons in the prefrontal cortex and within deeper areas of the brain, may provide a hormonal jolt that causes some teens to embrace risky behavior. For example, getting into a fight with another teenager or gang isn't going to win you a mate, but if you survive, it is going to impress your peers, and that may also help you gain favor with the opposite gender. Because of this, teens are much more susceptible than adults to do what they are told by their peers over what is seen as rational and smart thinking. In this moment, none of the teens are thinking about what is smart and a rational decision. For them in this moment, their main concern is still looking cool to their friends and keeping up their image. To anyone looking at it, it doesn't make sense, but in their minds, it does. Luckily for them, within time, their brains will fully develop, hopefully by around age 24. This doesn't mean that they will stop acting out immediately and immaturely, but at least their brain will be fully grown. At the end of the day, we can't be too upset at them because we have to remember, adults do dumb things too. Now, if you excuse me, I have to get back to my counseling session. Thank you for coming. Alright guys, Tell me what the problem is.